How does music change our interpretation of movies? We will try to answer this question in our documentary, Music Makes the Movie. Film score, also sometimes called film music or background music, is original music written specifically to accompany a film. A score forms part of the film's soundtrack, which also usually includes dialogue and sound effects. With this documentary, we intend to find out how music and film are connected to each other, how different movie genres use different music genres, for what purpose do filmmakers use music in their films, and what's even the difference between a movie with or without music. The scenes you are watching right now are not related to each other in any way. There's no apparent storyline, but because we included the soundtrack Time by Hans Zimmer from the movie Inception, somehow it actually seems to make sense. The music actually gives meaning to the images shown. But how much do soundtracks say about their movies? Let's find out. It's the late 19th century, and the world is changing at a rapid pace. Technological advancements contribute to the birth of new entertainment possibilities, such as recorded music and movies. Being able to see actual moving images instead of frozen pictures was a revolutionary experience for the masses. By early 1895, Leon Boully invented his own device combining camera with printer and projector and called it the cinematograph. But Boully had financial problems to the point where he couldn't afford to hold his patents and sold them to the Lumiere brothers, who then finalized his invention and created the cinematograph Lumiere. This invention allowed filmmakers to project their creations to large audiences. The only downside was the projector produced an awful noise. In order to drown this sound, they hired a pianist to play some suitable music. These live performances led to bigger music productions created solely for movie purposes, and thus the birth of film music. We created a short video to show you the importance of good, appropriate music in film. This seems kinda boring, doesn't it? Let's add some music. No. That's not appropriate music for this film. We need something funny, something light. Let's try it again. No, that's not right either. We don't need anything that funny. We just need something happy and beautiful. This is perfect. Is this film going anywhere? Maybe we should add a plot twist.
En 1997, después de 150 años de historia, en ING decidimos replantearnos nuestra forma de hacer banca para adaptarnos a los nuevos tiempos.
Now you've had an example of the importance of appropriate music in film. But let's go over it in a bit more detail. To give some general information about how film scores are made, we are going to show you a little interview with Jeff Rona, a contemporary film composer and recording artist.
Every project that I get involved in is typically has things about it that are quite unique. So one of the first things is to be very sensitive and understand that you're part of a collaboration, that you're part of a team, and that it's not about you, it's not even about your music. I mean, the music has to be terrific and it has to stand up as music. But the process of writing a score is first to try to really suss out what the creator's vision is, what the creative vision of the film is, and then figure out the most creative and personal way to achieve what it is that they hoped you would do. So in a way, your job is to surprise them by giving them exactly what they want. Does that make sense?
Songs and film score differ from each other. The song of a certain movie is the soundtrack. The orchestral music effects like sudden build-ups to intensify a scene and the soundtrack combined are a film score. Although they come in many shapes and forms, These are the most common film score genres up to date. We have warm and uplifting film score. These types of film scores are typical for a slow build-up of a film, a happy chilled moment, or to intensify spectacular scenes. An example of an uplifting soundtrack is the theme song from the movie Avatar. Anthemic film score. The term anthemic is a modern word for music with the purpose of being celebratory. These types of film scores are known for being strong and expressing serious feelings. Dramatic film scores are most obviously dramatic. They are used to make some scenes stronger and more emotional. Romantic music speaks just like dramatic music for itself. The sole purpose of this music is to support love and beauty in a scene. Tension. This music's primary purpose is to support the scene. Certain notes either harmonize, sound pleasant and calm, or clash and create tension. It's very obvious to use that emotional tension of music to match a tense scene in a movie. Now, after all this film music propaganda, you must think that movies without music are practically worthless. You are wrong, very wrong. In the history of movies, there have been lots of musicless movies released, such as Dog Day Afternoon, No Country for Old Men,
Alright. Heads in. Well done.
and Castaway. Imagine watching intense iconic movies like Star Wars or 2001, A Space Odyssey, but without any music. The movies would seem a lot less intense and the impact the movies have on you would decrease largely. This doesn't, however, mean that the director used the music as an easy way to create a proper film. It's actually quite difficult to make a good connection between music and your scenes. But creating a compelling and suspenseful film without any music could be a real test of skills for film directors. They are forced to use only the story, the actors and the camera to keep your attention. Creating a film without music is really difficult, but it will add a certain uniqueness. We've taken a look at some movies without any music in them, but these films were built around this concept. Not only do movies differ from each other regarding the presence of music, but the presence of other types of music. What if we took an existing scene from a movie with a very prominent soundtrack and replaced its music with the film score of a totally different movie? Let's say we take a scene from the movie Inception. We cut out the music and then we add the soundtrack from Home Alone. Let's take a look. That was quite remarkable, wasn't it? Movie and film are not only linked to each other in a thematic way, but have both also changed in the course of time. Modern movie scores differ a lot from the classic ones. Some movies keep returning to the screen as time passes, and you can see the modernization with every new version. For example, the Batman series. Their styles have changed a lot through time. What if we took a soundtrack from a really old Batman movie and added to a scene from the most recent addition to the series? Enjoy. Now we've seen the birth and growth of film scores, we've shown you the importance of good music in films, told you about the different types of film scores and have shown you the impacts and difficulties of a movie without music. We're very curious what the future may hold for both music and movies. We wish you a pleasant time watching movies and listening to their soundtracks with this knowledge in mind. And on that bombshell, it's time to end. Thank you all for watching and good night.